Yeah, it's working. Hey, Tubby people, Howlin' Mad Mud Duck back at you. Friday, the 21st of December, 2018. And it's a quiet morning. Well, it's more like towards afternoon right now. Sun's come out. I'm judging from where the sun's hitting everything and lighting up baby girl's grave and powering up her solar light batteries. I'm saying it's about 12:30. Yeah, I know what time it is by what's been where the sun is in the sky. Don't wear a wristwatch. Haven't worn one in about 10, 15 years. Not since I got a fucking cell phone. And now if I don't have the phone, I don't know what time it is. Hell, I don't remember addresses and fucking phone numbers anymore because of the goddamn cell phone. But I'm rambling on. So it's a beautiful day up here in the woods after the windstorm yesterday. Everything is nice and still and peaceful and quiet. Damn near creepy quiet. Oh, I didn't see that dead one. That's a new one on me. Ah, might have been a dead one that lost its top and I just realized it was there. So, sitting here looking like this, doing that, and contemplating yesterday and the court shit, and ain't heard back from them what the judgment was. Kind of want to know where the goofy woman's incarcerated at so I can take pen to paper and drop her a line. Because I know from experience a letter from home when you're incarcerated is that's a morale booster. Makes you feel like you ain't been totally forgotten and abandoned and fucking just fucked off. So I'm gonna have to fire off an email to this paralegal and find out if she can drop me that information. Got a call last night from a friend of mine that I haven't seen in years, and I've known him from since '66. I guess he's dying from cancer right now, and we've had some differences in the past, but I'm like the oldest friend he's got still living, and he's like the oldest friend I got still living, and I'd like to know who gave him my fucking phone number. Half the time I don't remember it. How the fuck did he get it? And he wanted me to come out and see him, and I thought he was all the way out in fucking Enum Scratch, and I wasn't going to burn the petroleum to go out to fucking Enum Scratch. But then he convinced me he was down in Auburn, and so I fired up the Trocadero and motored his direction, and he thought I should have been there a little sooner than I was coming, and I tried to explain to him, hey, man, it's nasty weather, and a lot of idiots can't drive in this shit. Give me a minute. I had to go north to go south to go. Traffic was so bad coming from the south out on the highway, there was no way I was going to turn out against it. So I went south, found a place, turned around, headed north, and said, well, if this is what the highway is going to be like, I'm going to grab some back roads. Got baby out on Military Road and wound her up, and she kicked it down Military, her usual 50 miles an hour when the speed limit's 45. She knew where she was at. She said, all right, I get to run. None of this stop and go shit. Dropped down into the valley and down to where he was at, and he was standing on a street corner waiting for me, half drunk, and didn't want to go for a ride in the truck. He just wanted to tell me Merry Christmas, hand me $20 for gas to come down there for him to tell me Merry Christmas. And he gave me this tin that was just stuffed full of bud. It's not stuffed full anymore. It's maybe about halfway. Because this fucker was stuffed full, and I burned up. Oh, I've rolled a couple joints of it. It's not bad, but this fucker spoiled me with my cartridge shit. Bud just don't taste the same anymore after smoking oil for a while. And besides, I'd smoking that bud up quick in just a few hits. Where that son of a bitch lasts me 14 days, so we figured 2 grams of weed. I've eyeballed it. I figured 2 grams by how dry it is, and this lasts me 14 days. That's gonna last me maybe into tonight, so yeah, I might save a bud for my nephew when he comes up on Sunday. Fuck, I don't know. But I've been rolling it into little joints because that's the best way to get the flavor of the weed, and it ain't a bad tasting variety. I'm thinking some Kush. It's not Gorilla Glue or Puff the Magic Dragon, so I'm not sitting here drooling like a fool. I do that naturally, but the weed ain't making me do it today. So, fuck. I got a almost full tank of gas. Maybe, sort of. Put $20 in earlier. I got gas for $2.87 a gallon. I was fucking happy. I got 7 and almost a tenth gallons. That's a gallon more than I was getting last week. And anytime I can throw $20 in this fucker and it gives me over a quarter tank, I'm happy. Shit, I remember when $20 used to fill a tank. Shit, I remember when $20 used to fill a tank and both tanks, come to think of it. God damn them. Gas was cheap at one time. Fuck, I remember getting pissed when it went up to 50 cents a gallon. God damn it, that's gonna cut into my dope money. But shit, cigarettes had gone up to about 50 cents a pack by then, and fuck. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Whole different reality. What's up? Oh. I just noticed that I got a little Minnie Mouse thing in a purple sock laying on my barbecue. Don't know how long it's been there. Probably been there for a while, but that tells me that she's been up putting stuff. We're not a couple, but she wants to fucking commingle our possessions. And usually that's one of the first signs that you're a couple is when the woman wants to commingle your possessions. I don't remember signing on to be a couple. I'm not getting any pussy, so I'm pretty sure we might be married. Married men out there will understand that, but let's see, batshit crazy, wants to commingle our shit, put shit in the driveway so I can't go anywhere or leave without her. Hell, I might have a fucking old lady and not know it. Meets all the requirements, batshit crazy, wants to commingle our shit, tells me she loves me 1 minute but hates me the next minute, put shit in my way so I can't leave, or I can't leave without her, or without leaving without talking to her. Wants to borrow my goddamn clothes all the time. Walks in without knocking. Yeah, I might have an old lady and not knowing. Fuck. Wasn't set up to have an old lady yet. Was planning on getting another dog first. Old ladies are a dime a dozen, and good dogs hard to find. Had the psychologist ask me what my priorities were, my 5 top priorities. And I said, what do you mean? He says, what is important to you? And I said, motorcycle. He said, motorcycle? I said, yep, motorcycle. Then the tools. And he said, 1 and 2 are motorcycle and tools? I said, yep. He said, what's number 3? I said, money. He said, well, that's interesting. And I said, well, number 3 is money. He says, what's number 4? I said, the kids. And he said, okay. No, it was top 6 things. It was my priorities, because 4 was the kids, 5 was the dog, and 6 was the old lady. And he looked at me, and I said, well, motorcycles, transportation. I got to be able to get from point A to point B. Tools enable the motorcycle to get to point A to point B, because being a motorcycle, it was going to break down once or twice. The money, I need the motorcycle and the tools to get the money. With the money, I can feed and clothe the kids. Good dog's hard to find. An new old lady, well, the old lady, she should be traded in every couple of years, whether needed or not. And he seen no fucking humor in that at all. He told me I was a messed up individual. It's the old lady and kid should be first. And I said, no, dog comes before the old lady. Good dog's hard to find. I said, you live your life your way, I live my life my way. Motorcycle, tools, money, kids, dog, old lady. Couldn't help it. He asked me, I gave him the opinion, gave him the answer. If they don't like the answers, then quit asking me the fucking questions. Fuck. So, figured I'd burn off a video this morning looking at shit on the news and all that, so all these people are freaking out because Trump fired Mattis. Big fucking deal. If you're in a cabinet position, you serve at the discretion and pleasure of the president. I'm pretty sure that's what the rules are. I might be wrong, but that's the way I remember being taught years ago. And the getting out of Syria thing, good. We didn't need to be in Syria to begin with. All them ISIS motherfuckers, that was all John Shitstain McCain's doing. I mean, they him and Obama and Hillary and the rest of them cocksuckers created ISIS. So we would have a continuing fucking war to keep feeding the military-industrial complex that JFK warned us about shortly before they blew his fucking head off. But what do I know? I've only been watching this shit since they blew JFK's head off. Read a lot of shit about that. Giggled all the way through the Warren report. I've had a fucking bolt-action rifle that size and know that, yeah, no, it ain't happening. You can't fire that many shots that quick with that fucker. Because they're prone to jam if you try to do it quick. What else is going on in the news? GoFundMe people have got quite a few dollars right now built towards building the fucking wall. Good. And I guess Trump's trying to get a vote on the wall. Build the fucking wall. Everybody I know says we need the fucking wall. And I'm in goddamn libtard land surrounded by the rest of the fucking country. I mean, shit. I video conferenced yesterday so I wouldn't have to go into fucking Seattle. I'm not going into... You pay me to go into Seattle. I don't know why I'd want to go into Seattle any other reason. Shit, it's all I can do to get into goddamn Tacoma. That's another fucking thing. The other day, coming up through Tacoma, goddamn truck wanted to break traction on the fucking cobblestones. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to find another route without cobblestones. Yeah, there's still cobblestones in Tacoma. I scared the fuck out of driving ed teacher back in the day on the cobblestones in Tacoma. We were driving a little 4-speed, 4-cylinder Japanese Toyota thingy. And he was showing us how to come around the corner and not slip on the cobblestones. And he'd come around the corner and deliberately let the back end slide around and correct it and showed us how to do that. And when it became my turn, he looked at me and said, "Whatever you're thinking about doing, don't." But I did it anyways. Come around the corner, fucking got into it, spun it around fucking 3 times and come out straight at the stop sign at the bottom of the hill. And he said, "I told you not to do that." They didn't like the way I drove because I'd been driving since I could start the fucking vehicle in the yard and around, and fuck, I could drive. I mean, I can still drive. The only thing I'm still fucking good at is driving. And like when they told her, get on the freeway, get up to freeway speed. Well, I run the fuck out of those little son of a bitch. I was going to jump up on the freeway. The goddamn instructor's all over his side, brake pedals, and it's like, dude, get the fuck up off the brake. You're impeding my fucking merging. I was only doing 70. The guy was all freaked out. The speed limit got dropped down to 55. Fuck, who knew?